reveal their thoughts on movies that most people don't dare to watch. Psychotronic. 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 Alrighty, yaddy, yaddy. That was a movie we just watched. I saw this. Well, sorry. Welcome to Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I'm Skinslip. That's Owen Neal. We watched Hard Rock Zombies from 1985, and I first watched this about 10 years ago when I was at film school. Yeah, about 10 years ago. My roommates brought it home from Fry's after we'd done a shopping trip, and they're like, "We're just gonna watch, I don't know, Hard Rock Zombies. That sounds cool." Threw it on our new projector theater, and we all sat down with some beer, and we got fucking trashed while watching this hilariously bad and quirky and weird and awesome horror comedy, mostly comedy. And this was Owen's pick for this week. So, Owen, where did you find out about this?
I picked this set up randomly.
That's the same set that I saw it on, by the way.
And then I watched it with a friend and we fell in love with it. And he actually bought a copy that was by itself.
Yes, with the blue cover with the Hard Rock Zombies and the hand up came out of the grave with the guitar.
And he bought a big poster, which he gave me later.
Wow, that's cool.
Somewhere.
You tried to find it, didn't you?
It's somewhere around here.
That's why you cleaned up, isn't it? That's a secret reason you're trying to find that poster, weren't you?
No, I know it wasn't back there. I think it's in the bathroom. Rolled up with all my other posters.
Wow, that's a not safe place for them. Paper goods in the bathroom.
We're in a wall space.
Yeah, it's just not a good place to store them, is all I'm saying.
Well, they're not on the floor.
It's still in a moist environment. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, yeah.
You want some fun facts before we start?
Yeah, let's do some fun facts before we start.
You have the lead, EJ. He played bass for a band called Silent Rage, and well as being centerfold model for an issue of Playgirl, if you're into that.
Boom! I don't know what the booming's for, but boom!
I believe he also was in some soap operas.
Why not?
And it says Mickey. It's the character's name. What's it? Phil something. One of the little people in the movie. Apparently, he was the stuntman for Vern Troyer and Austin Powers Gold member.
Hell yeah!
As well as we talked about, it was originally planned to just be a short feature playing in the background of American Drive-In. It was only during filming that they decided to make it a feature-length film.
And American Drive-In is a film I apparently have in my digital collection, so we'll be watching that eventually and comparing this movie with that. So you'll probably hear about American Drive-In after hearing about this if you're listening to this podcast version in 5 years when Owen edits it.
Hey, you're the one that doesn't get on me about it, so I don't do it.
Yep, I know.
Then you have supporting actor John Fleck. Has had roles in all 4 modern Star Trek series.
Wow. He's ensign number 7 and gets fucking killed. Good for him.
Then randomly on this set, there's facts about voodoo. I don't know why.
Reasons.
But apparently in Haiti, zombies are typically ignored even by family members. So.
Yeah, because they're dead. Why would you pay attention to them?
And it says they have no souls, no free will. It will not, when not ignored, they are commonly used as slaves.
That is why people are turned into zombies, yes. If you want to know more about that, watch Serpent in the Rainbow. That is a movie about zombies. Voodoo zombies.
Which is also mentioned in here.
Yeah, it's also something we'll be watching at some point on Psychotronic Coast to Coast.
It's based on the real research of Wade Davis in the book of the same name.
Yep.
So yeah, we watched Hard Rock Zombies.
It was a fun time. I love it. I love the zombie march walk. They just do this everywhere. They just like mosh walk. I'm coming for you. That's basically what they're doing. Yep. It's fucking stupid and
They're
great.
straight edge.
Fucking stupid and great. Just Jesus Christ. Can't believe how dumb and amazing and funny this is. Anyways, why don't you take us through it?
All right. Get your opening scene of a attractive lady hitchhiking, picked up by two dudes, who she promptly drowns in a lake. Well, a guy with two little people takes pictures.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. Yep.
And for some reason, when they drown, they bleed to death.
Yeah, that's right. There's like blood in the water for some reason.
Or how she drowned one guy where the other guy was looking the other direction, apparently. Never saw what happened.
That was the end of that.
And then we're introduced to the band. I'm trying to remember. They were doing a show, weren't they?
Think so. Yes, they're doing a show. Yes.
He wanted them to go meet their fans. They were like, fuck off. And then he let all the groupies in, so they were signing boobies and asses and legs. And then we're introduced to the underage girl who I can't remember her name, even though it's in the song.
Oh God, I don't fucking remember. Casey, I think.
Yes.
Shit.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
And he's like, "You want to come meet?" Like, he's all like, "Piss off! I don't have time for these groupies." And then he's like, "Hey, underage girl, you want to go meet the band and hang out?" And she's like, "Don't come to my town. My dad hates you. Don't come to my town." And just like that, he's madly in love with this underage girl, which sort of works out for him. But yeah, they ignore her warning and they head to the town anyways. And then they impromptu have a little fucking dancing through the streets and skateboarding, and
They basically recorded a music video in the middle of this fucking movie for no reason. The movie could literally be like 20 minutes shorter and be just as funny.
I just love all the shots where like there's like the sheriff being like, but yeah, and then apparently they get invited to this mansion to, I don't practice. I don't know what that was or how they ended up there, but they end up at this mansion with an old man, his wife in a wheelchair, their assumed daughter, who was the woman that was drowning people earlier, a bald dude,
quote unquote daughter. I'm not even sure if they're actually related, mind you.
Yeah, two little people. One is clearly a demon, but everyone just thinks he's ugly.
Yeah. Oh, he's the best too. He's the best one in the movie.
During all this time, there's also there's like a town meeting going on, or does that happen afterwards? Anyways,
happens afterwards.
They set up. They're gonna stay there, even though there's weird shots of like their hallway just full of pictures of that girl killing people. Apparently, they don't notice that. But they start singing, and the group of people electrocute them, and then act like it was just faulty wiring. And they just ignore it and head back in the house.
Yep, just like, oh, this happens.
There is a town meeting where they deem that there will be no concert, not realizing the charter actually says no rock and roll, period, in the town on the radio or anything, which for some reason upsets them, even though they're banning a rock concert.
I guess.
Well, they're at the house. They're setting up, Jesse's working on his sweet bass lick that brings things back from the dead, which he seems surprised by because he keeps killing a spider and it keeps coming back. He's like, even though clearly in the book earlier he's like, it's from a book. It says it brings people back from the dead. But now he seems surprised by it. He records a whole demo by himself because they're singing in it too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like, yeah, a whole bunch of songs in this movie. Actually, there's like 4 or 5 songs in this movie. It's pretty shocking, actually. Maybe it's only 3 or 4. Shit.
At some point, he sees the girl again and tells her he wrote a song about her and how much he's in love with her.
Even though she's
Like the
clearly
next
underage.
day.
Yeah.
And that's where he gets her name because he adds it to the song. But I think that was earlier.
And
Doesn't really
she's
come into play later.
underage. Can we mention that part yet? Did we mention that? How weird and creepy it is? Okay,
I don't
thanks.
think they say her age, but
I mean,
he keeps calling her young girl. Hey, young girl.
yeah. Yeah.
She's like, my dad hates you. Don't come to my town. It's like, I gotta, because you're there, young girl.
Yeah,
Weird.
that pretty much sums it up right there.
But it starts ramping up now. The old lady in the wheelchairs, we see bits of it earlier, but she's a werewolf.
Apparently. And a
She pulls
bathrobe.
out,
Werewolf in the bathrobe.
she pulls out 2 knives.
Even though she's a werewolf.
Yeah. Shanks one guy to death. The other
Even
guy's
though
so
she's
scared.
a werewolf.
He jumps out the window to his death.
Which is a reference to Texas Chainsaw Massacre when Sally just jumps out the fucking window to get away.
She survives.
That's because it's realistic. This movie's ridiculous to making fun of that. Then this movie goes into a whole 15-20 minute segment chase sequence. That happens right away, right? Am I crazy?
I believe the guy in the shower dies first.
Oh, there's a shower. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a shower Psycho sequence, including the whole fall out of the shower, exactly like Psycho, except it's a dude and he's naked. And then they do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequence, but it was to the weed whacker with knife blades or something.
It had like a circular saw blade on it.
Chainsaw noises.
It was clearly, yeah. At one point he starts it, and then before he even touches the trigger on the weed whacker, it's like, he hadn't even touched the trigger yet.
It just goes on, yeah. Like, okay.
So she shows up. The girl shows up during the chase scene, and Jesse's like, "Here, play this when I'm dead, because this guy's clearly trying to kill me." And then he gets knives thrown into his hands and pins him to a tree, and then he gets whacked in the chest, dies. And then we don't really see it until later with flashbacks, but apparently they hold a funeral for them. Like the whole town shows up in one of the flashbacks. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't think so. I think I was peeing at that point.
No, but yeah, they bury them, put flowers on their graves, give them little crosses.
Yeah, I came back to the end of that. Right.
Yeah, but there's like a flashback later when they're zombies, and it's like the whole town is at the funeral. I'm like, what? But yeah, they go to have dinner with their the manager, who's apparently just, I guess the idea is he's afraid for his life, so he just stays there with them. I don't know what's going on there.
Something like that. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. Yeah.
And then it's revealed that the old man is actually Hitler.
Hitler, like full on fucking Hitler. Like, it's ridiculous.
An alarm goes off. He's like, "It's 40 years. It's time." And he rips off his old man mask and he's Hitler. And he does a whole recorded speech that's broadcast about how Nazis are going to take over the world.
It's not the Third Reich. This is now the Fourth Reich. And we're going to exterminate the impure. And like, oh, God, it's really crazy.
And he wants their manager to work for him because he's a young go-getter. And he doesn't seem to be running away at this point, but then he gets shown the gas chamber, and that's when he's like, no. I'm not going to have this. And at the same point, Casey is sad at the grave of her love that she met yesterday. And plays the cassette he gave him, and they rise from the dead as the Kiss knockoff band.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Kiss knockoff band, exactly. I mean, even with the paint looks like fucking Kiss paint.
Yeah. They do their little zombie march and their little and they get revenge on everyone that killed them, while flashbacks of them being killed are played to pad it out. That's what happens.
There's a lot of padding in this movie.
Which saves their manager. They don't kill him. They kill off Hitler and his wife and daughter and their bald son, I'll call him, as well as
Pretty much, yeah.
the
Bald
little
son.
people by just cracking their heads together. Apparently, they killed them. Although one is clearly a fucking demon. It's never pointed out, but that's a demon.
It's a weird mutant demon creature thing, yeah.
And then they march into town and start killing people. A couple people, anyways. Mostly the townspeople that were anti-rock and roll. But mostly their destination is to put on their rock concert.
Yeah.
So that's where they head. But hey, wait a minute. The ones they've killed are coming back.
Dun, dun,
No matter
dun.
how they died.
Yep, even guys who just like beheaded or like smashed in the face or like gutted, they're like coming back as zombies for some reason.
Yep. So you get Hitler zombie and werewolf granny zombie.
Yeah, pretty much. That sums it up. Yeah.
The
Just
dancing
that
girl.
werewolf zombie granny is just the weirdest shit. Like,
Yeah, you just see her like walking through the streets pushing her wheelchair.
yeah, there's a bunch of zombies that are just people in like blue face and black face, like literal black face for no reason.
And then there's that one random one that just has a really bad Halloween mask on.
I
It's not
know.
even tucked in the shirt. It's like sticking out.
I don't even understand what is up with that one.
Yeah. Town's going to shit. A lot of them are held up, trying to figure it out. One's reading from a book. He
About
deems
ghouls.
that
Yeah.
ghouls don't like heads, so they walk around with
Brains.
giant
They don't like
celebrity
brains.
heads.
They get a bunch of celebrity heads there, and they all run out with celebrity heads, and it doesn't go well.
Yeah, they get killed, and then they show back up as holding up the things. He's like, "It worked," and then they kill him.
Yeah. Well, let's point out when they get killed, it's like the zombie gingerly pulls the thing away from their hands. Then they fall to the ground for a full 5 seconds before the zombie falls upon them, as they lay there helplessly.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus, so bad.
So the town's going to shit, but it's okay because the Hard Rock Zombies are playing their show to one guy that might want to sign him. And so we get to hear the full song about how he's in love with this underage girl.
Ugh, it's so weird.
There was like 3 songs, and by song 2, he was rocking out. He was loving it. For some reason he had a phone and a desk in the audience, and he kept calling people.
Yeah, it was weird. Like he had a manager's desk there,
And
like he was calling people. Like, oh, I don't need to be in London. I'm right here. Like, oh, in the middle of nowhere instead. Yeah.
The underage girl's hiding out. I like every time they cut to her, like she just looks miserable. She's not impressed by this concept.
And then there's intercut with like someone's dream sequence where I don't know if it's the zombies singers sequence or hers.
Oh yeah, where they're
it's
all
really
wearing.
creepy.
It's him and her wearing white, and they're making out.
It's just really creepy.
Yeah, she's underage, by the way.
Yeah, it's just really creepy.
I'm gonna say 12 to make it creepier.
She's probably like 15, 16, but still creepy.
14.
Anyway, awkward.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just.
But he's
awkward.
loving it. Yeah. He's loving it. He wants to sign him. They get in their van and fuck off.
Wouldn't you?
And then he gets killed.
Yeah.
And apparently they did what they wanted to do. Got their revenge, and they just went back to their graves. They're like, meh. We're done. We did our show.
And then the assistant or whatever to the manager who just got killed comes in and.
Yeah, well, first.
Oh, is there something I missed there? Shit.
Yeah, the people who are still alive, I guess, start reading some books as well and determine the zombies need to all have sex with a virgin, and they'll go back to their grave for 100 years, and then it'll be someone else's problem. So she shows up and starts yelling and stuff, and they let her in. Of course, they all look at her like, virgin.
They don't ask her, by the way.
No.
They just assume.
Apparently, they just know. The town just knows. And the manager is like, no, you can't do that. And they throw him out. And then there's a little wacky scene where he goes to where the concert was to talk to that guy. And he doesn't realize he's a zombie. He's like, I looked up to you. And he keeps missing, grabbing him.
Yeah, it's like a silly vaudeville kind of
Yeah.
stage performance.
And then when he realizes he's a zombie, he tells him he sucks.
Yeah, everyone knows you suck. Oh, really?
And that's when he goes, somehow knowing they went back to their graves. He says, hey, you're not done. You need to do one more show. And they apparently quickly set up because they tie her to a tree and all the zombies are showing up, humping the air.
Oh, God, that one guy.
They're being led by their zombie dicks. Which, again, you notice it was only men showing up. So what do they do with the women zombies? Nothing?
I don't know. Oh, well, once the one zombies fuck the virgin, won't they all go to their graves? So who cares?
Well, why would they? What?
Because it's
Why
part of the
wouldn't-
rule, I guess. I don't know.
Why wouldn't just the one? He's like, oh, I'm going back to my grave for 100 years. And the other one's like, not a virgin anymore. We don't want it. Like, shit. We need a ton of virgins, male and female. This is going to be a lot of work.
Okay.
And plus, what if they all fucked her to death? Would she come back as a zombie and then they have another zombie to deal with? There's a lot of questions in this. But it doesn't matter. Because
Neither here nor there.
their music draws all the zombies into a cave.
I forgot to say that during the whole spiel about being a Nazi and all that stuff with Hitler, he talks about his gas chamber is built in this cave that we happen to now be talking about. We forgot to mention earlier.
I mentioned the gas chamber.
Did you? I totally didn't hear that.
Yeah, because he showed it to that guy, and that's when he was like, oh no, I don't want anything to do with this.
Right.
Like, he was like, maybe I will work for Hitler. It's like, gas chamber. No go.
Hitler didn't turn a new leaf. Never mind.
But yeah, they all go in there, and he shuts the door, gasses them, which was actually kind of cool scene where they're all freaking out, and the camera's like zooming around.
Yep.
Evil Dead style.
Yeah, it was some really cool stuff.
And Hitler's head explodes, but everyone else just kind of falls down, and the zombie band just closes their eyes with the dancing chick draped over them. And then it cuts to the manager and the virgin underage girl crying at the rock band's grave. And she's like, I love you. Are you there? You hear me? And his hand comes out and gives her a ring, which, how do you even get the ring back? She was wearing it around her neck.
And how's he alive again?
Yeah. None of the zombies apparently are dead. Except for maybe Hitler, because his head exploded.
Yes, that is correct. Hitler's definitely dead. Again.
Yeah. Sequel in 30 years?
32 years later. Jesus.
I don't know. I don't think they thought that far ahead. I think they were writing on the day. Like, let's do this. That sounds good.
They were going to shoot 20 minutes, and then they decided to pad it out. So, yeah, I'm assuming there was no script. It was just, they fucking freeballed it, I bet. It's got two writers, but that doesn't mean that they didn't freeball it. It just means those guys are the ones who came up with it. Anyway. There's also a part to the second half of the movie where this demon guy was eating different parts of himself, and at the end, something awesome happens. I don't want to ruin it. It's the best part. It's my favorite part of the movie.
Oh yeah, we never mentioned that.
I didn't want to go into details. I didn't want to ruin it, but
the little demon does something.
Yeah, he does. He starts eating his hand, and then he cuts back every now and then. But you got to see it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, during the whole last sequence.
Yes.
Because he's a demon, so I guess he's already dead.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's officially a demon. He just looks like one.
He's got to be, because the other little guy, he became a zombie wearing a Nazi uniform and bit a cow and shit.
Oh, God.
Which we never saw again. I was really hoping to be a cow with some face paint on him.
When he's biting the cow and the cow just looks bored. Like, what? Cow's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat grass, bro.
How much are they paying you?
Yeah, right.
According to the back, the band seeks refuge from the angry parents at a strange mansion.
No,
And
maybe.
while rehearsing at the mansion's private garden, this is they're all brutally killed while rehearsing in the garden. That's not true
That's
either.
not true either. No, they got electrocuted for sure. Someone watched that far into the movie, then gave up.
They are brutally killed by a sadistic family of freaks led by Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that's a true statement. Just not at the fucking garden. That's all.
With a mysterious piece of music, Casey rises the band from the dead to stop Hitler by rocking one final time. That's not really true either.
Jesus.
It's not like she's like, you need to come out and rock Hitler to death.
This is an essential Psychotronic Coast to Coast movie.
It
Comes
is.
highly rated. This is so much fun.
It's batshit crazy.
Anybody who doesn't enjoy this, man, I don't know if we can be friends.
It's
This
true.
movie's fucking great. You at least have to appreciate it for what it is, man. Like, oh, it's so funny. I love it to death. I really, really, really want Vinegar Syndrome to release a Blu-ray. Super bad about this. I really do. And I want American Drive-In, and I think they should come in like a double pack. It should be American Drive-In with Hard Rock Zombies as a bonus feature. That's what it should be.
I had a girl I was dating. I had her watch this. We only dated for a month.
Because she didn't like this, huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
I know for a fact my girl would love this, so I'm good. This is the kind of goofy shit she would fucking die over. I'm gonna make her watch it, so she better love it.
There's a granny werewolf and Hitler.
Yes, Hitler zombie. Alright, so for next week, we are watching David A. Pryor's first film, Sledgehammer. It's also the first, it's the first shot-on-tape slasher film for the home video market, as well as one of the rarest genre films of all. The plot is familiar. A group of friends come to a party at a backwoods house where a legendary legacy of brutality awaits, but within this minimalist 80s melange of food fights, feathered hair, and abusive slow-motion located relentless synth score, bizarre sexual subtext, and disturbing shape-shifting behemoth killer. The result is 85 minutes, it's far too long, of fever dream depravity, now loaded with brand new bonus features, blah 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 blah. Former Playgirl centerfold Ted Pryor stars in this nightmare logic shocker written by David A. Pryor, who did one of my favorites, Killer Workout.
We're doing back-to-back Playgirl centerfolds?
Apparently, I didn't know that was a coincidence. David A. Pryor, you'll recognize from Killer Workout, Deadly Prey, Man Killers, Raw Nerve, Final Sanction, another one we have, and there was one more. He was really known for, and I'm blanking on it. All time. Future Force, which is David Carradine with a cyborg hand, and its sequel Future Zone. And there's also Deadly Est Prey, the sequel to Deadly Prey, which I don't have. But we're going to be watching. David Pryor essentially directed 31 films, and 29 of them belong in this list. Belong in this show. That's Action and what was the other one? Night Claws. That's Action is like a comp thing, and Night Claws is a really, really bad movie I really wish to not revisit. It's a Killer Bigfoot film. I'm sure you've seen it already.
What is it?
Night Claws?
Yes.
2012? Yeah. It's fucking terrible. We're not covering it. I've decided. It's one of the it's on the banned list for Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We'll watch everything else from this over except for that and the comp. But
I'm
this
saying we'd watch Fart the movie.
Oh my god. Sure. We're gonna watch Hamburger the movie, why not?
You don't want to watch Fart the movie, trust me.
Do we do Fart and Gas? Combined? Fart gas. Oh, God. I'm 12. Anyway, Sledgehammer. This is a film I saw, 5 years ago? 6 years ago? 7 years ago? Around in there. This came out in 2011, so 5 years ago. I didn't get it when it was new. I got it like a year or two later, so. It's weird, and I never finished it, so we're gonna watch it on the Psychotronic Coast to Coast next week. So that's it. That's it for tonight. Do you have any final words? Oh, did you like Hard Rock Zombies? I forgot to mention that. You recommend it, right? 2 thumbs up, all good.
Of course. Fucking
5 out of 5 stars,
out of
right?
100.
Yeah, that's right. 2 thumbs up, 2 severed thumbs up. And with that, we'll see you next week, kids.